In this video, you will understand what is system in solo leveling, what are system's abilities, who created the system, and why was the system such a game changer. Now let's start our video without wasting our time. Solo leveling is the latest shonen anime that has been wowing fans with its explosive lore. Although the story has a fairly textbook introduction, the anime takes a surprising turn when the protagonist, Jinwoo, is brought to death's door during his first major confrontation. This is when Jinwoo is introduced to a mysterious live interface called the System that essentially breathed new life into him. Since then, the System has been a source of intrigue for fans because there hasn't been any explanation about its origin or purpose. The System's obscurity is one of solo leveling's most compelling features, as it plays a defining role in amplifying Jinwoo's powers and guiding him through various obstacles. Unfortunately, the anime still has a long way to go before the System's origin is addressed, but the manhwa offers fascinating details about its powers. What is the System and the player? Jinwoo became a player after he almost died in the double dungeon raid. Solo leveling takes place in a world where mysterious portals have appeared worldwide, through which monsters and other mythical creatures can travel into the human world. Every portal leads to a dungeon that follows the structuring of a typical game level. Each dungeon has minions or weaker creatures who guard or fight for the dungeon boss, after whose defeat the gate is closed. After the portals appeared, a mysterious power awakened within chosen humans, who came to be known as hunters. Hunters have a predefined energy or power level, and once awakened, that power can't change. Each hunter is evaluated upon awakening and assigned a class from S to E, with S being the highest and E the lowest, to properly highlight each candidate's potential. However, once assigned, the hunter can't level up no matter how hard they train. The hunters then raid the dungeons in parties to collect loot and earn a living. Despite awakening as a weak E-ranked hunter, Jinwoo pursued this dangerous profession to support his family. Unfortunately, because of his incredibly weak status, Jinwoo often injured himself, but he remained resilient. Therefore, when he and his party are trapped in the double dungeon, Jinwoo sacrifices himself to protect the others despite being abandoned. He always felt like a failure, but on the brink of death, Jinwoo had a strong urge to be given another chance. That's when the System appeared as a game-like screen only he could see and asked him to become a player. Naturally, Jinwoo agreed, and he was revived with power unlike anything he had ever experienced. He realized the System was only visible to him and that it was a unique magical program that allowed him to level up, something that no other hunter was capable of. The System is essentially an invaluable tool by which Jinwoo can attain unlimited power. What are the abilities of System? The mysterious leveling program is specifically designed to enhance the player's attributes and power. The System's interface is game-like, with a blue holographic screen that appears anywhere and any time to notify Jinwoo. It was specifically designed so it didn't seem too convoluted to a human. The System tells Jinwoo about his attributes, abilities, levels, and items, and sometimes even informs him of the murderous intent of those who wish to harm him. However, the System's defining feature is its ability to level up Jinwoo through his choice of skill. The System automatically grants an overall increase in power after Jinwoo clears a dungeon or defeats a high-level monster. He receives unique reward points that not only increase his stats, but also give him access to an unlimited inventory. Jinwoo acquires the power to win or buy rare items like the Elixir of Life, which are further made of different items he can attain via instant dungeons or quests. The System has 100 levels, after which the program has fulfilled its purpose in preparing Ashborn's vessel. Jinwoo also gets unlimited access to a virtual store where he can purchase items according to his player level. The in-game currency can be used to buy or sell items, from weapons to food. Most of the store items are consumables, except for physical weapons. The dungeons Jinwoo has access to via the System may not even be known or exist within the knowledge of the human world. It seems like the quests and upgrades offered by the System were explicitly designed to help Jinwoo become omnipotent. In the solo leveling anime's current storyline, Jinwoo should be around level 50 or more, considering Season 2's storyline will adapt chapters 56 through 61. Understandably, the System may not be infinite, and at some point or level, it will reveal the purpose of choosing Sung Jinwoo. Who created the System in solo leveling? The System's creator is a malevolent individual with a thirst for power. The System's origin and purpose of inception remains one of the biggest mysteries in solo leveling. Jinwoo may have accepted he is the player and has gained unprecedented power because of it, but the real question is, why? Why is he the only player, and if he isn't the only player, why hasn't he come across anyone else who has been chosen by the System? Besides the why, the million-dollar question is actually the who. The System is not an entity, but a program or software of sorts that has been meticulously designed for a specific purpose. It didn't spontaneously appear. It's a deliberate invention with roots elsewhere. To understand who created the System, it is important to learn about solo leveling's lore, the story of the monarchs and the rulers. The System was created by a being called Kandiaru, famously known as the Architect. Congratulations on becoming a player. The System to Jinwoo. The Architect is very manipulative and egoistic, possessing psychopathic tendencies and an insatiable desire for immortality. Because of this, he brought a lucrative prospect to Ashborn about finding him a suitable human vessel. Sometime during the monarch's assault on humans, Candiaru came to Ashborn and offered him a faster way to find the rightful vessel in exchange for immortality. So, he created the system to narrow his search. Unfortunately, he was unable to find anyone until Jinwoo's arrival in the Double Dungeon. Ultimately, when Jinwoo passed all the tests, the system was offered to him in order to raise him to a specific power level that would be enough to transfer all of Ashborn's powers unhindered. It was a unique invention, explicit to Ashborn's needs and, more importantly, hidden from other monarchs and rulers, which eventually served as a form of protection for Jinwoo. Why was the system such a game changer? The system allows Jinwoo to assume the role of one of the most powerful beings. The architect was well aware of the powers of the Shadow Monarch and the strongest ruler, Ashborn. Therefore, when he offered his assistance, the architect understood the assignment. Candiaru knew the vessel would need to meet a certain level of physical and mental attributes that could cater to the absorption of Ashborn's immense power. He designed the system, embedding the authority to put Jinwoo through certain levels of difficulty and challenges that would prepare him for the ascension. The program not only increases Jinwoo's powers exponentially, but ensures his survival as well. That's why the system was always ready to activate Jinwoo's passive skills whenever he was in a tight spot or using the murderous intent option, so Jinwoo could protect himself. While the system doesn't make a difference as a whole, because it affects a single person, it is a game changer for Jinwoo. He was deemed the weakest hunter there was. To climb from that position to the strongest in the country was only possible because of the system's leveling up. In other words, Jinwoo was dealt a special hand, which made up for his years of suffering. There was a reason why the system chose Jinwoo despite there being many other hunters of exceptional capacity and power. A strong person could never appreciate power because they already have it. A weak person like Jinwoo had his priorities straight. He wanted to become strong to cure his mother. Jinwoo did not even consider the facts of him essentially becoming a godlike being if he truly understood what the system was for. These were the qualities that made him the perfect vessel for the Shadow Monarch, someone who understood the value of life. Although becoming a monarch's vessel isn't the best thing in the world, it all boils down to Ashborn's true intentions and perception of Jinwoo's ambition and potential. Ultimately, whenever Sung Jinwoo embraces his destiny, it will be solo leveling's most defining moment. A lot of these details are from the Manhwa, as they weren't given in the light novel. In the novel, the architect's true name is never given. There was never any deal between the architect and Ashborn described in the light novel. Let's end this video here. I hope that this video has completely cleared your concept. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe my channel.